Alrighty, good afternoon, everybody. How's everyone doing today? Gonna swap it up a little bit. We're doing a little bit of P3D in the 737 NGXU. I felt like would be a fun activity for the day, so that's what we're gonna do. We are in Savannah, Georgia. We're gonna be making our way to Atlanta. It'll be a nice short flight, only about 40 minutes or so. So with that said, let's go ahead and get this thing started, shall we? Yeah. Turn that dome light. Actually, we're not even going to need that right now, so I'm not even going to bother. Beautiful. Go ahead and turn the ground power on now. Excellent. All right, so we got some power to the airplane. I'm going to go ahead and turn on the fuel pump and start the APU now. Getting that loaded up. And while I'm at it, just to get things rolling, let's get the IRS over to nav. Let that get itself all lined up. Get it to be looking good, so to speak. When that happens, we can go to the FMC and do our pause in it. I've already taken care of the fuel and the payload has already been plugged into the airplane here. I've also boarded the passengers on already as well, just as an attempt to kind of not have folks having to wait for a bunch of stuff. And of course, we used SimBrief to download and import a route. So let's do that, which is KSAVKATL. That's not a J. Sheesh. Savannah to Atlanta will be our company route, and we'll activate that. Smiles Tifter, and now all we'll have to do is plug in our arrival, which was going to be the Jedi 2. I'll choose the 27s for now. I don't know what's actually active on the other end. That's fine. Alright, we'll pop Jedi up there. We'll now go do our init. Zero fuel weight is 132.5, just as we had expected to have here in, 132.544. So we're looking great. Our fuel reserve is 2.2. Our cost index today is, I have to go to the full sheet for that. Cost index is 5. So we're being nice on the gas. Flight level 240. Going to be our cruising out, so we'll exec that. Takeoff is going to be 5 degrees on the flaps, 4.13 on the trim, and we don't have V-speeds yet because we have not selected a runway. So that's fine. We'll go ahead and set 4.1 on the trim wheel now so that we don't forget. 4.13, look at that. That looks beautiful. Excellent. All right, so with that said, let's figure out where we're going to be departing. We do not have any ATC with us today. Let's see where we are. So I'm just going to go ahead and depart runway 19 because we're right next to it. Means we'll be able to avoid that long taxi and all that good stuff. So we'll go to departure arrival and we'll depart on 19er. We'll exec that. See, that'll just give us a turn now, which is beautiful. Fantastic. So now we go back and get our V-speeds. 37, 139, 149. Beautiful. Our trim is all set. Everything is good here. Let's go ahead and set ourselves a squat code of 2200. And we'll go to TARA since we are on VATSIM. Right, not a whole lot left to do. This will be a pretty simple kind of thing. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and finish off the overhead panel here now. The view, change view, cockpit, overhead lower. So, yaw dampers will come on. All the fuel pumps turned on, at least the ones that we're going to need. I'm going to go ahead and move over to APU power now. Turn the ground power off. We no longer need to be connected to that. We'll be able to pull that out. And let's get our window heat and our probe heat on. The rest of the hydraulic pumps on. We're going to be cruising at 24,000 feet. We're basically darn near sea level here, so I'm not worried about 4,000 is looking good, and most importantly up here. So recirc fans are on auto, our packs are off, our APU bleed is open. That's all looking pretty good. It's almost like we're ready to push back and give the engines a little start. So let's say I want to push back with the tail to the right, nose to the left. I think that's going to be 2. I can't remember, but we're We're just going to try a Shift P and take a look. So let's go ahead and make sure the wheel chocks and all of that stuff are off ground surfaces. We'll go ahead and release our ground power that we're not using now. Going to remove the wheel chocks. And I'm going to go ahead and push back. And I want to push back with my tail to the right, nose to the left, right? Because we're going to want to be going that way. So I think it's Shift P and then 2. I really don't remember, but we're going to find out momentarily. Parking brake is off, so let's see. Shift P, and we'll tap the 2 key a few times. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and ground engine number 2. Going to watch for that N2 to get to 20%. And we'll go ahead and induce some fuel in that sucker. See what we got. So apparently our nose is not going to move at all, which is fine. We'll deal with it ourselves. Not a huge deal. There we go. Turn the fuel on. And we can hear that engine starting to come to life. We're almost back far enough, just a hair further. Alright, we're good with that right there. So just go ahead and put the parking brakes on now. That pushback truck off of here. We're going to wait for that to come back to auto, and then we'll ground number 1, and we'll do the same thing. I got to close the door, too. We had the jetway on. Silly me. If it's action, this doors. Let's close that front left door there. What I was thinking. It's all good. Alright, number 2 started. Let's go ahead and ground number 1. Do the same thing. Wait for 20% N2. So my new pedals are not here yet, but I took these all apart and I got all the squeakiness gone at least, which is nice. So I go ahead and induce some fuel there. Engine 1 should start to come up. We'll go ahead and bring that auto brake to rotate. Arm the auto throttles, turn the flight directors on both sides. Be able to turn VNAV on the ground, but we're not going to be able to get LNAV because of the turn to that first waypoint, which is fine, no big deal. We're going to hand fly our departure anyways. Our altitude is at 60 feet, so we should set our landing altitude for 60 feet just in case we have to come back here. Put it at 50, that's close enough. We'll change that after. Alright, and second engine is up and running. I'll bring the flaps to 5. Come up here and swap to the engine generators now. We're getting power off of the generators in the engine. We can go ahead and turn off the APU. And look at that. Now, we're going to be smart. We're going to not forget this time. And we're going to turn the packs to auto. We're going to close the APU bleed and set the isolation valve to auto. There we go. Now we won't get any cabin pressure alerts. I sometimes forget about that in this airplane, which is a little silly, but it happens. So figure I'd nix that out now. So let's see, we're going to make a left, go up, take a right on Alpha. We're going to be able to just get straight across from here, it looks like. That's beautiful. Alright, so let's take off the parking brake and let's roll. Oh my god, it's so nice to not hear those rudders squeaking. Can you believe that silence? God, is that nice. Hope it can stay this way. So we're going to come out right over here. In fact, that's the one that's going to get us right over to Alpha. So we're going to go out just like that. Looking beautiful. That menu go away so we're not staring at that. Move this up to the top. Alright. Folks, would you look at that? Wow, I've got those throttles all the way back. This airplane's still accelerating. Slow down just a hair. Like to not use the brakes too much. Don't want to heat them up, you know. Because then what happens is you get on the ground on the other end and you can't taxi. And that's no fun. They did a really good job of modeling brake heating in this simulator. An exceptionally good job, actually. So, with that said, down we come. Boy, those pedals are quiet. God, this is nice. I'm not hearing them at all, per se. This is perfect. Right, down we come. We'll make a stop here. We'll swap over to Unicom. We'll make an announcement for our departure Alpha 19. Almost up there. So I have my brakes on a button and I'm still getting used to how long this is going to take to slow, which is apparently going to be a long time. because it's not holding, so I'll have to adjust that. All right, no big deal. Let's go ahead and tune up 122.8 down here. 122.8. We'll go over into our primary. Beautiful. And with that, we'll just go ahead and make a quick call here. And Savanna traffic, American 509 is departing runway 19er, Savanna. All right. That said, I think we're pretty much safe to depart, so let's pull out here and depart. Parking brakes off. Not going to bother to stop again on, we're just going to kind of roll out and then bring in the power. Not in any big rush to, do anything differently. So, boy, look at how easy we're getting ourselves out and lined up without the headache of those bad sliders in there. Boy, this has just made this a whole different game. And there's our toga power. We got plenty of runway, so I'm not going to bother braking for this. And we'll just put her on the center line, and away we go, so to speak. Look at that. Boy, that's looking a little better than usual. I love it. So, airspeed's alive. 80 knots. Let out all the forward pressure that we forgot to put in. Now we're waiting for V1 and then rotate call, right? Let's see.
V1, rotate.
And there it is, nice and gentle. Just slowly work that nose off. Not in any big hurry here. Beautiful. We have a positive rate of climb, so go ahead and bring the gear up. We're looking good. Continue to pitch up here. I don't know why that flight director is talking about us taking a left turn, but that's definitely not what we're doing. So I'm going to bring this nose up along that line and just follow my own path to turn us around, because the FMC, start bringing out the flaps. We're looking pretty good here. Flaps to 2. Right. Yeah, I don't know why on earth the FMC was suggesting we should take a left. But it's definitely a right turn to get ourselves on course here for what we've got dialed in. That, I promise, is a fact. This is another airplane that just hand flies absolutely super well. All right, we'll bring the rest of the flaps up now. Beautiful. We'll just keep working our way around this turn here. Yeehaw. See if this thing eventually gets rid of that ridiculous... See that on that... See that flight director pointing us in the wrong direction? I don't know what that's all about. I'm going to see if that sorts itself out as I roll out onto an intercept here or not. The procedure didn't specify a left turn, so I have no idea why. I mean, we're on a plenty fine intercept course, right? So I don't know what that's about either. So let's just go ahead and trim this airplane out to get it right on this path here. Look at that. It's almost like we've done this before. We're looking good. The speed is climbing. Take a moment now to go to the FMC, and I'm just going to change this angle here. Right, there we go. Now I'll go ahead and engage LNAV and command, and we'll let the autopilot take the airplane over. I'm satisfied with the departure we've flown. Everything's going good. And since we don't have any ATC here, I'm going to hit Alt Intervene and go all the way up to 24,000. I'm not worried about anything. Not worried about having any restrictions, right? We're not on a SID of any kind. We actually just departed and gave 2 waypoints. So, with that said, pretty happy with the situation as it stands. So, looking great. Coming through 7,500. Airspeed's where we need it to be. Well, that was a beautiful departure. Beautiful departure. Take a look outside, see what we got going on. I remember how to do this in P3D. Well, it's definitely not as beautiful as FSX, I'll give it that. But, boy, the flight model and the systems are just so much better. So, you know. Alright, almost up through 10,000 here. Head and get the lights off. Oh, I completely... Silly me, I don't know what I was thinking. Oh well. We're looking good there now. things in a nice orderly fashion, so to speak. And so off we go. Now we're just kind of going to cruise along here till 18,000 or flight level 180, at which point we'll adjust our barometer and finish out the climb. We'll go standard to 2992. See how all that works out. Boy, those rudders were so much better on departure. We were able to track right down the center line, take off on runway heading, and not hear any noise. So I took them all apart today, got everything cleaned up, 3D printed a couple of new parts. So at least they're working for now. I think we can ask for a lot more than that at the end of the day. Oops. All right. There we go. We finally reached off our new climb speed of 290. So now we can continue to pull that nose up to get our best climb speed, our best climb at this speed, right? 97%. We got a really low cost index too. We're really kind of taking our time and being nice to the airplane today. Oh, good. Atlanta approach just logged on, and we have an ATIS over there. So let's see what's going on. Read this to you guys. Atlanta Information Yankee, automated weather observation, 1852 Zulu. Wind 290 at 03. Visibility 10 statute miles. Few clouds, 200. Scattered 25,000. Temperature 11. Dew point -02. Altimeter 3017. Simultaneous departures, departing runways 26 left and 27 right. Expect RNAV off the ground, departing runways 26 left, 27 right. Simultaneous approaches, the visual 26 right and 27 left. Alright, so either 26 or 27, right? So let's go take a look at the chart coming in there and see what we need to do to get ourselves set up. And hang on, we're just coming through transition altitude, so we'll pull standard there. Beautiful. We can go over and take a look to Atlanta, Hartsfield, and go to Star. And we filed the Jedi 2. So let's see here. See coming in, what are our... So 26, what do we say? They're landing either 26 right or 27 left. So let's see what that means for us. If we're on 26 right, Jedi, Poobah, then it's either Zello or if we're on 27 right. We said, what were the runways again? 26 left or 27 right. So 26 left would be Poobah to Jiri. 27 right, won't see Poobah. Yep, Poobah, then Yo-Yo. So we know that we can configure all the way to Poobah in this configuration. So that's already the case, right? Dafty, Graham, Poobah. And then we have vectors because we don't know what we're doing after that. So beautiful. When they finally hand us an approach, all we'll have to do is plug in the last part of this, right? Which is which one of these last ones we're going to before radar vector. So that's good. We're basically set up there. Let me see descents. Anything that... let's see, where were we joining this approach at? Tifer. That's not part of this arrival, right? So we're coming in at Jedi. So Jedi's above 10,000. Then Daffy is at 8,000. All right, so we're looking good. Beautiful. We're all set up. Our descent looks good. You know, we're doing, look at that. We're just about to 24,000 already. Boy, we got up there nice and fast. Well, let's have a look-see here. That's what we filed, 240, right? Just want to make sure. It was 280. Whoopsie. Just changes to 280. We'll dial this up to 28. And alt intervene. My bad. Silly me. Supposed to be 28. What did I file on VATSIM? Did I file that wrong too? Let's see. Nope, I had 280 correct on VAT, so it was just my own fault there. Atlanta Center is 132.975. See how we're looking here right now. We could be giving them a call in just a moment. Let's tune them up. 132.975.
Sun Country 385. Okay, kind of embarrassing. Usually when I get guys from that coordinate, they're going to Atlanta. You're not going to Atlanta, so maintain 370. I will not be issuing you descent instructions. I was kind of curious. I'm like, man, that's just an early PD to 24. Alright, maintain flight level 370. You can make it up till we get direct bullseye. Sun Country 385, proceed to direct bullseye. Direct bullseye, Sun Country 385.
Always exciting stuff going on here.
I'd like to say it's new to this, but
I don't have too much longer to wait. We'll be in there in no time.
Anything. I haven't slowed down to Fort Myers in a while, so I figured it was just something you wanted me to do. JetBlue 1994. Hey, if you guys are still making mistakes, then I feel a lot better. I think as much as controllers don't want to admit it on here, we make more mistakes than most of you guys.
I'm so glad I recorded that on my live stream.
I know, that was a joke. That was a joke, Twitch.
With that, we're a little early, but since I can't resist, Atlanta Center, American 509 with you, 280.
American 509, Atlanta Center, squawk 2076.
2076, 509.
Keep it classy, Atlanta. As always. Delta 23 Stan Lima Airspace, Memphis is closed. Radar service terminated. Change approved.
Oh, that was awesome.
Change approved, up 2379, good day.
Okay. American 1037 Lima Airspace, Washington is closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Top of descent is, wow, not that far. Let's have a look-see. 30 miles. Damn, that's not even enough time to make coffee. Darn. Alright, we're all dialed up for these folks. That's all that matters. Yeah, good times. Be a beautiful day in New Atlanta. Nice short little hop. Yeehaw! Look at us. Away we go.
American 232, affirmative. You should be turning down. Yeah, I see you turning downwind now, and you can expect a further descent at about 5 miles.
We are pulling into Atlanta's airspace here.
Qatari 99 Victor is in airspace. Indianapolis is closed. Radar service terminated. Change approved. Atlanta Center, JetBlue 1994. We cleared for a full length here at 2 left.
Good times.
JetBlue 1994. A-frame, yeah, you can taxi full length. Copy that. Thank you for JetBlue 1994. What's that frequency change approved for Qatari 99 Victor? Affirmative. We'll see you later. See you later. You're doing a great job, man. Oh, thank you. American 509, radar contact 30 to Dublin at 280. Descend via the Jedi 2 arrival. The line altimeter 3017.
Down the Jedi 2 is published 3017, American 509. Beautiful. So we'll bring this all the way down to 8,000 now.
American 232 to 719 6,000.
Look at that. They're giving us the arrival and everything. Above 10,000 at Jedi and Daffy at 8. How far is Daffy? I just feel like...
RNAV
It's 100 miles.
6 left of takeoff.
26 left, clear for takeoff, RNAV to MPass for JetBlue 1994, thank you.
Oh well. Like we should only need 45 or 50 miles for that descent. I don't know why this is so early. Well, let's see. But I guess that's why it's so early, right? So you get into Traken, they'll give us a runway. I just don't know where we're going after Poobah, right? That's our only question. It's either Silva, Yo-Yo, Perman, Jerry, or Zello. Good times.
American 232 to 718-3000.
Looking forward to getting the visual in today. That'll be nice. Don't get that a lot. Hey, look at that. Our clock's even right. 1953Z in Prepare 3D. That's rare. That's 1954. We're only off by a minute. By golly gee whiz. We done good today. 18 miles to our top of descent. We're looking good. Let's give a quick call here. Atlanta Center, American 509, when able.
American 509, Atlanta Center.
Yeah, we're just going to step back in the galley and refill that coffee for a minute. And if you let us do that, we'll forget about what you said earlier.
That would be great. Yeah, that's approved.
We'll report back. 509.
Center, Delta 571, southbound, ready to taxi. American 232, turn left heading 060, measures to final. Delta 570, Atlanta Center, only 278, taxi by Lima Juliet Mike. Lima Juliet Mike 570.
Atlanta Center, JetBlue 1994, 16,000 for, excuse me, 1,700 for 10,000.
I was going to say, that's a fast climb. JetBlue 1994, radar contact, climb maintain level 380.
Copy that, 380 for JetBlue 1994, thank you.
American 232, turn left heading 030, join the 36 center localizer. Turn left 305, 030, localizer. Atlanta Delta 2188, looking for clearance to Key West.
Hey, look at that. We made it before our top of descent.
Delta 2188, expect a PDC.
Atlanta Center, American 509's back with you. Thanks.
American 509, welcome back.
We don't need those. Start.
American
them off.
232, the Charlotte Airport is going to be for 12 o'clock and 11 miles. Let me know when you have to be on site. American 232, clear visual approach on my 36 center.
Down we go. Yeehaw. Really? Our VNAV planned our whole descent at 250? That seems a little,
District 6028, time request, restrict to PDC.
apparently so. Why? Boy, that's because of our cost index being 5. God, that's ridiculously slow. Alright, well, I guess we're in no rush today, right? That's what that means. Do-do-do-do-do. I haven't flown any Prepare 3D in a while, so this is a nice little change. I'm sure that link is good, which it is. Alright. You know, it's funny, I only get messages on vPilot when I've stepped away, right? You can be sure if that thing's going to make a noise to let me know something happened. It's only going to happen when I'm not here. Those are facts. Oh. Regardless. Should be fun into Atlanta today. Looking forward to it. Oh, hey, SM Welch, thanks for the follow. Appreciate it, my friend. I got this odd sneaking suspicion. Yeah, that's what I thought. I was going to say I have an odd sneaking suspicion. This is Sun Country 385. Yeah, it's slow this afternoon.
Delta 570.
Not usually on at this hour. This is generally a late night stream that goes till 4 or 5 in the morning. We fly everything here. Been a lot of the PMDG, DC6, and some other stuff lately. But, and then sometimes I had some great hard IFR in the Kodiak last week. We had icing and everything, so you never know what's going to happen. But thank you for the follow. I super appreciate it. Oh. We all heard that controller say they make more mistakes than us. Boy, if there was ever a time to be recording, that was it. Oh. So what are you flying over there today on your side?
American 2315, we'd like to pick up IFR clearance at the Boston South.
Let's go scope you out. Let's go scope out the Sun Country aircraft.
I do not see on the ground at Charlotte.
There we are.
Oh, wait. You are on the ground.
We're flying St. Paul into Southwest Florida. Let's find you on the map. Ah, there you are. There's our buddy who's on the stream.
Yes,
Hey, we're going to pass each other, kind of, sort of. Here I am down here.
American 2015. It's not a problem for me, but the insurance companies might not like
Oh, hey, we're in the same plane. What a shock. I've been flying a lot of P3D, so a lot of MSFS, so it's been a lot of the PMDG DC6 and a lot of the Aerosoft CRJ lately. My stream seems to revolt on me on days when I fly P3D, but that's the other part of the lack of folks here this afternoon, right? Anybody that's on, if it's daytime, they want to see MSFS. But the flight model's just so bad, you know? And I have so many planes and so many scenery packs for this. No, not at all. They're absolutely the best, you know? Though I'll say, I've been enjoying flying the DC6, and I've been enjoying flying some of the IFR prop stuff lately because it's been no autopilot, you know? So that's been kind of fun. This afternoon, I'm happy to just descend on my VNAV and drink my coffee here. It's been one of those kind of days.
Delta 570, call maintain level 3980. 3980, 570.
I think we're going to get the visual for 26 right. Thinking that'll probably be what they're going to do, but we shall see. Time will tell. I like Atlanta. A lot of times they just clear you onto the approach and leave you alone. So as we can see here, we're We're going to be joining in up at Jedi. We got Daffy at 8,000, and then once Terminal lets us know what we're going to do, we can figure out where we're going after Puba, whenever that might be. Is Approach still online? Oh, Atlanta Approach not on anymore. Oh, Memphis is open, so they just opened. I have a feeling we're going to head over there and fly some IFR after this, maybe. I don't know. Oh man, the list of things that are needed to do is endless in Flight Simulator, isn't it? Absolutely endless. I feel you there. Right, we're 1,500 foot from transition altitude. So, what sim are you flying? I'm gonna guess P3D since you're in the PMDG. Do you have a real world certificate or do you just sim?
Making transition, then it's filed. Maintain 10,000, expect level 330, 10 minutes after departure.
I really should be listening for ATC, but I'm not. I mean, he said that ATC makes more mistakes than pilots, so folks, we all have the green light forever now.
Juliet Echo Sierra via the Varsity Q making transition, then it's filed. Time maintain 10,000, expect 330 and 10.
No, I don't think he called me. I was just kind of reminding myself to be listening.
Readback is correct. If you like that 26 right, that's probably easiest for you. You can expect 26 right for departure, calling a taxi.
We'll expect 26 right.
Alright, here we are coming down to 18,000 now. There is our transition altitude. Altimeter set. Beautiful.
Runway 27 right, taxi by Lima Juliet Mike.
Lima Juliet Mike, 27 right, Delta 2788.
Potential aircraft in the vicinity of Atlanta. Information Zulu is now correct. The wind 3206, altimeter 3014.
I don't know why I'm typing. You can hear me.
Atlanta Center be closing in 15 minutes at 2020 Zulu.
15 minutes. Are we going to make it? Let's see. It says 2021. Let's speed it up.
Level 240.
Let's bring this up to 290.
Maintaining a pause discretion, maintain 240. Flight level 240. Delta 570 request. Delta 570 go. Request direct Spartanburg. Delta 570 proceed direct Spartanburg. Thanks, sir.
Atlanta thinks they can escape us. Time to speed up. Well, we can do 290 all the way to 10,000, and we can hit that. We can hit that decel just before Daffy. I mean, he should be able to get us in and get us vectored, but I'm speeding up just for good measure. I don't want to miss the arrival. This always happens to me. I log on. Looks like ATC's got a while. All week I've been having people log off when I'm 40 miles from the field. I wonder if they notice when they say they're logging off and then everybody's ground speed goes ramp.
6028, fly heading 025, runway 36 right, go takeoff. Heading 025.
You know, it is. It depends on my mood with that changes all the time. I tend to fly with ATC almost all the time. Hey, look at that. We're a 2020 arrival now. He said he was closing at 2020. So I'm going to give him all kinds of hell if... But yes, it can be. You know, when the channel's busy and I have 70, 80 people in here and they want to talk, suddenly it's really hard for me to deal with ATC because I'm trying to talk to a whole channel full of folks. And I'm trying to listen for my call sign, and that can get a bit obnoxious at times. But we shall see. Down we come.
Atlanta Center, citation 219 Charlie Whiskey is ready for taxi from the FBO to 26 right.
Air 21 Charlotte Whiskey, runway 26 right to Atlanta Alpha.
I have a real world ticket, so I'm used to this. You know, flying without ATC almost feels foreign to me. It's something I almost never do.
5 by 5.
Copy that, thank you.
Look at that, even with that speed up, we can stay right above 10,000 and take that last dive for Daffy at 8, and we'll be in good shape. That easily knocked 4 or 5 minutes off the flight.
Delta 2188, clear to report. Delta 2188, RNAV to Slaw, runway 27 right, clear for takeoff. Slaw 27 right, clear for takeoff, Delta 2788.
Right, about to hit our decel. I'm not even going to deploy speed brakes. I'm going to let it take its time.
Expect the visual 27 left.
27 left. We'll be expecting the visual for 27 left. I don't know if you saw, but we cranked our ground speed up when you were threatening to leave.
How kind.
I know, right? So 27 left is what they're expecting to give us. So just in case I forget, let's dial it in. 27 left. 27 left is going to be 108.5. I don't expect to fly an ILS, but never hurts to plug it in, you know? Gives you just yet another reference if you get busy, or they bring you in low, which happens to me a lot. 275. In fact, that happens a ton, right? They'll get you down at 2,500 feet. You'll be 25 miles from the field, and they'll be like, the field's at your 9 o'clock. Report it in sight. And you're going like, but I can't see 30 miles from this altitude in the simulator. That just don't work. So we put 108.50 and 275. Beautiful. We'll get a confirmation as we get closer there. But I always like to have that dialed in. Always like to have the ILS dialed in regardless of what's going on. In fact, you know what we can do? Let's do this. This will be fun. Let's go to legs. For when they clear us to the visual approach, I'll show you a cool trick on this. We go to Atlanta, and we're going to choose... What did... I already forgot. What did he give us? 27 left. So we'll hit this, and then we'll say that we want to put in a waypoint. 4 miles off. Give me 1 sec. Where am I here? Almost to Daffy. Give me a sec. Arrival. We're going to just go to the end and click 27 left. And then we can go ahead and say 4 miles, right? So look at this. And if we put that extension in at 4 miles, that gives us an exact 3-degree descent to fly, right? So when they clear us off for the visual here, we can just fly directly to that. Let me get that brought up. So you see that there? We'll be able to just fly directly to that and then configure for 3 degrees. That'll put us right on the runway. Just a little trick if you didn't know it.
Air Canada 694 cross...
See that RX-27 left waypoint that I put in there? So when he clears us for the visual, we're just going to fly directly to that, right? And we'll let the FMS manage our speed all the way down. It's a great little way to do things. And that'll give you a 4-mile final set up for an exact 3-degree glide. So if you can be at 140 descending at 700 foot a minute, boy, it's just beautiful in the 737. And I should see, since he gave us 27 left, let's go back and look at the star and see where I was going after that. 27 left. Puba, it's SLVAA. So the Silva after Puba, right? SLVAA. Perfect. Then after that will be vectors. He should clear us by then. So see, now we'll have Silva to 27 left. That's going to be just, that's a nice little way to set yourself up. You know, when they decide to be silly. I've not been given a descent down to any further, right? So
2100 Charlie Whiskey at Atlanta Center. Radar contact, altitude.
Currently passing 4,300 on Charlie.
if you look at this chart, what you'll see is these waypoints are kind of scattered out because they align with the initial approach fix for the runway they go to. Something else a lot of folks aren't super familiar with.
Direct varsity for 219 Charlie.
Alright, bring flaps to 1. So we're not going to bother yet because it's going to mess with my speed. So we'll just wait it out. We are looking good. See, even look at this altitude that we're at now, right? You watch. We're going to get some kind of yokel call here in the next couple of minutes, and they're going to say...
09er, turn right heading 340. 17, 6,000.
340 to 6,000, 509.
Sun Country 385, unfortunately, you are leaving my airspace, and Jacksonville is closed. Radar service terminated. Break chain approved. Sun Country 385.
That's not, whoops, I didn't want to do that. Go to VS is fine. The 2,000 here looks good. Right down to 6,000 we come. No big deal. He pulled us off. I figured he was just going to leave us and then clear us for the visual. But I mean, whatever works. So Silva's going to be our next waypoint when the time comes, right?
Runway 36 right, taxi via the inner taxiway to Charlie. Cross runway 5 to Charlie.
That's not what I wanted to do. I'm going to want to grab RX-27 left, right? That's going to be our next situation whenever they give it to us. So, I mean, that's fine. We'll just work it till whenever that happens. Almost to 6,000 here. We're looking good. Maybe finding ourselves about... We're really 22 miles off the ILS? Jeesh. Alright. Well, that's fine. So we know that we need to make 2,350 feet there, right? So 2,300 coming into there is going to work out perfect for us. So I'm going to bring this down to 23 now as soon as our altitude horn signals.
41, fly runway, heading runway 36, for the takeoff. Citation, Romeo number Oscar.
I'll set that to 22 now in our waiting.
Terminated, break chain approved.
When they give that to us, they'll give it to us, right? It's got our speed and everything worked out.
Carrier 694, expected visual 26 right.
As long as we hit that mark by there, life is wonderful. So when he gives us the call to field inside, I'm just going to tell him I see it, regardless of whether I see it or not. You know. $4,600 miles from the field. I heard that whole thing and I was just like, Jesus.
509 to 17, 4,000.
Out of 4,000 now, 509. Got some speed brakes here so we can stay right at 110 in this descent. Now look at this. We're 17 miles off, and he's bringing us down to 4,000 here. I don't know. I guess that we're not that far off the glide slope. I guess it's not horrible. It definitely feels low for the fact that I'm not really. Oh, there's the airport right there. Hey, look, I can see it for once.
JetBlue 1994.
Crazy.
Indianapolis Center's closed. Radar service terminated. Frequency change approved.
Oh well.
Copy that. For
Down we come.
1994. Thank you for your services. Have a great day.
You too.
All right, we got the field in sight, as they say.
American 509er, turn left heading 300, join the 27 left localizer.
Left to 300, join the localizer, 509. Alright, it's fine. We'll join the localizer, I guess. Wasn't really my plan, but we'll do it. What they want to do with us. It's nice intercept, I'll give him that. This back on the VNAV, right, while we grab this approach. Looking good, just so that that handles our speed. Approach is engaged, VOR locked, VNAV out, looking fantastic. Right. That was a beautiful vector, actually. Man, that intercept was on point, sir.
American 509, sorry, taken.
I said that intercept was on point.
Oh, thank you. Once in a million. American 509er, airport 12 o'clock, 11 miles, reporting site.
We've got the field in sight.
American 509er, runway 27 left, no, clear visual approach, runway 27 left.
Cleared visual approach, 27 left, 509. Right. Let's work on getting this airplane slowed now. That time I'm just going to turn this autopilot off altogether. We've got the airplane at this point. Bring the throttles to idle. Start working on getting those flaps out. I don't want to hear this noise anymore. Descent rate's looking pretty good here. Don't want to muck with that too much. I just want to get slowed down. This airplane is not a huge fan of going down and slowing down, right? It's one or the other, but never both together. Oops, a hair fast there. My bad. Oh well. Be out of there in just a second. Why is... Oh, that's my gear complaining. Silly me. Alright, we're looking good here. Get all those flaps out now. I'm going to have to start adding some power, probably about 55%, somewhere in that neighborhood, I'm thinking. If I had to guess, that's what I would guess. We're a little high, so no big deal. This glide path actually should get us there relatively well. There we go, we're back on glide. Go ahead and bring that nose up some.
Number 900 Charlie Whiskey, after Macon, that's Mike Charlie November.
Get some more of that speed off, throttles back some more.
After Macon, direct destination for 219 Charlie Whiskey.
Still a little low. Trim that nose up a hair more. Looking good. Yeah. 155 is good. I can live with this situation here. Down and in we come. Gonna hold it here till we get that diamond back in line. It's funny, the VASI says we're looking pretty good though. So.
Clear to land, the wind 3206.
Clear to land, 27 left, American 509. Alright, now we're going to have to add some power. See what we've done here? We've gotten low. That's okay. Add a little more. And bring that nose up some. Look at that. We'll hold that speed. We'll reduce that rate of descent. We'll wait for this to correct. Let's go ahead and get our auto brakes cranked up here. Get our speed brakes armed and out of the equation. Looking good. Still a little low. Approach speed looks good. There we go. 2 red, 2 white. Oh, whoa, we're getting some frame problems here. That's not usually a thing, but alright, hopefully we can make this work. You see this? I never have frame rate issues in this sim. More power. Well, hopefully this works out okay. It should. We're a little to the left still, right? So, working our way down. Right, approach speed looks good, rate of descent looks good, a little high but not complaining. A little more power out now, looking fine. We're a little to the right all of a sudden. I can't make up my mind where I want to be off today, right? Oh well, it's all good. This is looking fine. Down and in we come. To hair more. That actually looks pretty darn good. I think I'll take that.
100, 50, 40, 30,
American 2541, resume normal speed.
Alright, and down we come, as they say. Had some reversers here.
We're going to need radar vector down to 26 right.
That didn't look bad at all.
Turn right heading 120.
Go ahead and take those auto brakes off. Exit to the right here. Start cleaning up the airplane. That was not bad. I'll take that.
American 509, welcome to Atlanta. Turn right at November 6th and taxi via November, Delta, Lima to the ramp, cross for my 27 right at Delta.
Alright, so I'm going to take this right here, November Delta Lima, cross 27 right at Delta, American 509.
Air Canada 694 to set and maintain 7,000.
Air Canada 694 going to 7,000.
Alright, so head up here and make a left on Delta next. It'll be our second left turn.
100 vector to final.
100 on the heading, vector to final for Challenger 3 Romeo Mike.
I don't think that landing was too shabby. I'll take that. Definitely a little issue with the frames today. I'm not sure what that was about. That's not normally a thing, so I'll have to investigate that and figure out what was cluttering things up on us. So our next left turn will be Delta. We'll take that across.
2188 Jacksonville Center is closed. Frequency change approved.
Frequency change approved, Delta 2188.
I'm going by the chart over here on my other monitor because P3D tends to not be accurate because, see, this is not, that is November 10 to our right, so that's looking accurate to the chart thus far. Is this going to be Delta on our left? It is. Alright, so they're looking accurate there too. I'm going to work on slowing this down to 10. We don't want to be taxiing any faster than 10 knots. Well, we don't want to be turning any faster than 10 knots. So here's Delta to cross 27 right, which we were cleared for already. So, head and make our way across here. Take this right on up to the gate. Beautiful. Boy, look at how much better my taxiing is, and look how quiet this is. It doesn't get any better than this, you know. For those who are just arriving onto the stream here, I see we got some new folks. We are doing some hops in the PMDG 737 800 NGXU. We just landed at Atlanta Hartsfield.
American 2350.
I'm enjoying my fixed rudders. They're not perfect, but they're much better than they were. So, make our way into that gate over there.
230.
So nice to be able to taxi without the squeaking being so loud everybody wants to abandon my channel, you know, so that's nice. I'll speed this up just a hair. It was a fun visual approach in. Really enjoyed that.
900 Charlie Whiskey to center maintain level 240.
So I don't have any AI traffic turned on, so all the traffic that you see on the ground here are other aircraft on VATSIM. Alright, let's work our way up into one of these gates, get ourselves a jetway, get the passengers off. I'm thinking of it, I should restart the APU.
Air Canada 694 to center maintain 4,000.
Air Canada 694 going to 4,000.
We're too big for these gates down here. It's a little unfortunate. Well, let's swing this right around. We'll see if we can get an entrance in there. I'm thinking we're a little big, but we're going to give it a whirl, because why not?
American 2541, traffic 2 o'clock, 20 miles southwest bound, flight level 320 is about 737. You can expect power once you clear that aircraft.
Make ourselves another swing and look for that gate again. We'll get ourselves pointed in at the right direction this time.
Delta 570,
There we
clear
go.
direct ferry.
That's going to be a winning plan.
Atlanta Center, American 1372, with you on flight level 330.
American 1372, Atlanta Center, roger.
All right, here we
Delta
come.
570, clear direct ferry.
Direct ferry, 570.
Renata Charlie Whiskey, descend and maintain flight level 230.
Almost a hair further.
Flight level 230 for 9 Charlie.
A little over the line, but I think that's going to be okay. Stop the engines out, that's right. Okay, well, that's fine. Let's go ahead and turn our APU generators on. Looking good, and we'll go ahead and shut the engines down. Beautiful.
Challenger 3, Romeo Mike at Birmingham Airport. About your 3 o'clock and 20 miles.
Freight jetways, we're going to say. I guess we don't have any American here,
Air
so
Canada 694,
not at this
turn
gate
right
anyways, that's fine.
230.
Paul jetway to left entry, confirm selection. Let's go ahead and open the door there. This actions doors. Open the front left. There we go. So you can see this jetway is going to make its way over to us here. Looking good in that situation. Should make it all the way over.
Challenger
Assuming.
3, Romeo
Let's
Mike,
see.
fly heading 130.
130 for 3 Romeo Mike.
It was a good flight. That was a lot of fun, actually. Fortunately, we don't have any American ground crews here today, so
American 2541.
taking Southwest instead, which is fine. There we are. The jetway is on. The door is open. Come up here and turn off the seatbelt signs, right?
2541, clear direct Falmouth,
Ooh.
VOR, Foxtrot, Lima Mike.
Set those to off, which they already were. Beautiful. Well, that said, we got the flaps up. We got everything kind of reconfigured here the way we'd need it. So we're done with the APU now, too. So I'm going to go ahead and shut the APU down. Go ahead and turn off the emergency lights and all that happy stuff. Battery is off. Standby power and emergency lights will go off. And that is that. That is a successful arrival into Atlanta. That was not too shabby at all. Alright, I don't know what's going on yet next just yet. Actually, we got to get the baggage off, right? So, 12, let's request deboarding. We're going to need the battery to open the doors, because that was not my brightest moment. Cargo forward and aft. Sections doors. Cargo door forward and cargo door aft both need to be opened up. We can bring all of the trucks into here. Get that baggage off the airplane. I nearly forgot. Almost left with everyone's bags. That wouldn't have been very good. Alright, give me a second here, folks, to see what's going on with my afternoon now. And I think you just ordered them. What is this all about? Some kind of spam crap I gotta get off of. Alright, 1 minute.
American 2315, resume normal speed, climb and maintain.
With that, off goes the luggage.
Challenger 3, Romeo Mike, wind calm, runway 24, clear to land.
Clear to land, runway 24, Challenger 3 Romeo Mike.
We kind of watch over here. I think I hear passengers getting off still. Yep, we're going to see them all go walking through. So off and away they go. Passengers are deboarding. The luggage is coming off the airplane. We are in great shape here. Look at this.
Challenger, citation November 058 Sierra Bravo Line. Good afternoon, go ahead.
Alright guys, give me just 1 sec to return a phone call here and then we'll figure out what's going to be going on next. Stand by a minute.
Station 058 Sierra Bravo, clear to the Memphis airport as filed. Maintain 5,000. Expect flight level 340 in 10 minutes. Squawk 2035. Zero 58 Sierra Bravo, squawk 2035, and after departure maintain 10,000. Hey, Sierra Bravo, read back correct. Spectrum 828 for departure to Montgomery, altimeter 3019. American 1372, cross Chipper at 13,000, altimeter 3014.
Cross Chipper 130, American 1372.
Alright, we're back. Sorry about that. Look at that. All of our baggage is off. Everything is out. Beautiful. So now we can go in here and close up those cargo doors because we don't need them anymore. Let's go back and close and close. Right. Looking good. Alright. Yeah, we can go up here and turn the master off now. Alright, so that ends our stint in the 737. So it looks like I'm actually going to go out and get some dinner, and then we're going to plan on running a live stream tonight, probably about between 7:30 and 9 p.m. Something like that, I think, is where we're going to be at. These passengers kind of finished getting off here, though this is going to take a long time, so I'm probably not going to wait quite all of that out. Oh, that was a good flight in, though. I had a blast. Thanks to those who decided to come join and check it out. With that said, I'm going to go get myself ready to go out to dinner, and I will see you guys tonight. We're going to get several hops in tonight for sure. So, again, no later than 9 p.m. we'll be ready to go. Take it easy, folks. So long for now. Bye.